Can't tell me no you can't do the thing, you know.
I can't dance.
You have to learn to do the thing, boss. Take it
Show
up.
me something there. That body. You want cartels right now?
Bombarda! Stiff chaka! Stiff chaka!
Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a Buzz. This one is called The Dangers of Social Media, especially when you have certain jobs, especially when you represent certain uniforms, as in the JCF, as in the JDF, as in border control. Government agency that deals with safety and security, you have to, are supposed to, carry yourself a certain way. Now people, truth be told, this is not the worst video that we've seen by persons in a uniform. However, even with a video as simple as it sounds, the people in these videos are violating the protocol as it pertains to JDF, JCF. Because they are listening to an artist that is deemed to be public enemy numero uno. And while they might not be violating such a big way, they are still in the uniform, and the uniform specifically says you need authorization to make any sorts of posts in the government them uniform. Well, people, it seems as if an ex-person working for some sorts of government agency took it a bit further. She was dissing her boss in a video, and that dissing came back in which she lost her job. She was asked to kindly return the people in uniform. So I am going to show you the video in which she was dissing her boss, and then I am going to show you the video in which her supervisor came to the house and asked her to kindly bring back the uniform. As a matter of fact, based on what she said, him even draw some sorts of tool upon her. So people, take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Like granny body fasting gal, alien looking dildo tongue gal. I the wrong name your car so go plan a funeral. Tell Fatima enough for this a war burial. Yeah, talk about gun, I must go now ya gun. Any shot where you fire tell pussy that home. Yeah, herpes, syphilis, hate for your tongue. Yeah, boy, pussy 38 clitoris magnum. You lizard swipe a bright and too bright. Boy, you pass your place, I say me yes I might. I me say body if you broke me up one night. Straight cock it to pussy come tight.
Now people, like I said, there is no violation. Yes, it might seem a bit tacky. Yes, the lyrics might be kind of low because it's spice at our verses. You can do this on your own spare time. However, whenever you're in a uniform, especially a government uniform that has to do anything with security, the protocol clearly says that you have to follow certain protocols. And if you violate that uniform, it is reasons for dismissal. Based on the information that is out there, it is said that this lady was dissing her superior, dissing her boss. Don't know what the boss did, don't know the intricate details as to why. However, the people them come back for them uniform, and this is exactly what transpired after that incident of her doing that video. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Yes, so guys, in regards to the latest video I post with the spice, this truck police side, this man come by today, not today, yesterday, and the man rushed me yesterday as someone put up video, and the video I disrespect the man rushed me on whole side for pull gun and whatever and stuff. One the most way to put up the video, them just come some for bringing me uniform. Well, I have no problem because they never even pay my rights, so that's alright. But in regards, so tell me, so chum put up a video in my uniform and for my advice, they want them for bringing me uniform, like seriously. But I don't even care because if you watch about the video, so somebody put some getting fire feet, so fuck you, bad patrol.
So people like them say, it is obvious that music have influence on persons. When you mix in the social media, especially TikTok, it seems as if whenever that camera gets turned on, people come out of character, people lose their mind. People try to be like their favorite artists or the people that they look up to. However, them forget one thing. You're in people's uniform. This is not your personal time. Whenever you're in that uniform, whatever that uniform represents, that is who you are representing. So you hear this young lady say, listen, me never know, say, me can't get fired for I wear the uniform. But people, here are the facts, like they say. Ignorance is no source of defense. So therefore, if you never know, you should have known, you should have been informed. And if you weren't informed, unfortunately for you, the people them are going to fire you. Them want back them uniform. As simple as it sounds, it is not as simple as it sounds. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it seems as if the war between PAYNE and AMBROOK is about to break out like sore. I am speaking about an incident that occurred maybe less than 2 days ago in a place named Gutters that is in St. Elizabeth, where a young man was sitting in a vehicle, Axio to be specific, when he was blazed up a couple of times, pure head setting, pure upper torso setting. He was taken out, Turkey rushed to the hospital. However, he was pretty much DEAD on the spot. That person's name is Tolo. Just in case you did not hear the video, the edited version of the video of exactly what transpired by persons that were there on the scene, then I am going to let you listen to this video. Then I'm going to tell you the total story of exactly what happened, the motive, and the hierarchy as it pertains to AMBROOK, and why there's supposed to be some sort of big WAR that started as soon as 24 hours after that incident. So people, take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Man, them just shoot somebody right now, got us. The boy in the car. Me see it, man. Man, them just come on, I got us, brother. Do your gunshot.
So people, like I said, I am going to give you exactly what took place as if you were there. And this is based on intelligence from family members that are closely associated to the whole thing. So there's a big man from AMBROOK. His name is Father Bird. Father Bird, second in command, was Yogi. Yogi was taken out in or about 2017. It is said that the same person that lost his life in a gutters in a St. Elizabeth, Tolo Tio, Raheem Tolo is his government name, run a program and took away Yogi at his mother's house that is off Mullines Road. It is said that the same Yogi that lost his life at the gas station less than 2 days ago ran away and he was living in PAYNE. So the people them did out to get him. However, them couldn't catch him. He was being elusive. However, there was a funeral for a lady that lost her life from AMBROOK. That funeral was held in a St. Elizabeth less than 24 hours ago. It is said that when Tolo, Tio, Raheem, same person, went to that funeral, little did he know that one of his rivals, known as Dodo, his mother, his auntie, and his uncle's baby mother was there. Based on the information, we can surmise that it was one of those persons that called. Dodo makes some sorts of call. Dodo is presently living overseas. But you know, with the advance of technology, people can make all sorts of link, especially whenever you are in the badness link. So based on the fact that Mr. Tolo thought that, well, the incident that he had to run away from PAYNE in 2017, the people must forget, they must cool off. them not even not think about it. And look at the distance of St. Elizabeth from AMBROOK Lane, far, far away. What are the odds that one of my enemy or one of my enemy's friends would have seen me? Surprisingly, he did not notice the family member of Dodo that were there. It is said that it is surmised that basically one of those persons make a call and then him lost him life. So people, here's the hierarchy of AMBROOK Lane like I told you before. You have Father Bird, then you have Yogi. Yogi lost his life 2017. There was a next man known as Sanjay. I think them call him Thick Skin, don't quote me on the name. Him did kind of have some clothes he had left, went overseas, make a bag of money, get deported for some sorts of BRUK and gun charge, came back to AMBROOK Lane and started program the people, specifically Dodo. They were not taking any sorts of talk. It is said that Dodo and him friend them run a program on Sanjay. This is in a common, I think that is off Red Hills Road, in which Cassie's sister also got caught up. Sanjay lost his life at that time. So like I said, you had Yogi. Yogi lost his life. Them said Tolo, the same person who lose him life less than 2 days ago, was the person that set him up. Yogi also had a next right-hand man, Sanjay. Sanjay got deported, come back and run off the place. Dodo took him out. As it pertains to Tolo, this is not the first, the second, or the third. This is actually the fourth time in which he is getting caught up. Information that I am getting is that in 2007, Tolo and also Yogi was caught up some sorts of drive-by and in an AMBROOK Lane. After that, Tolo get caught up again at a place named Tarantan Park. He then got caught up again a third time in an AMBROOK Lane. Let's call it that the fourth time. The fourth time is definitely no sorts of charm because he lost his life. Now here's the thing as it pertains to Tolo. It is said that Tolo getting some sorts of link, he got some sorts of work permits. He was awaiting the embassy to give him his call and give him that visa so that he could leave and go to America on some sorts of work program. You and I know that he was not going up there to pick any sorts of apple or strawberry or any sorts of plum. He was going on some sorts of gangster mission, just an opportunity to get away. There's information out there saying that Tolo is some sorts of top down from AMBROOK Lane. People like me tell you the hierarchy. You had Bird, Father Bird, then you have Yogi, you have Sanjay, and then you have Tolo, which are both right-hand man. Sanjay and Tolo, right-hand man. Sanjay more serious than Tolo. Tolo is no sorts of done because Tolo is always broke. Tolo don't have any sorts of money. You cannot be any sorts of done in any sorts of place. He was taking order from Yogi. He was a yes man to Yogi. He was posing with Yogi's gun. He was being sent out on all sorts of mission by Yogi. So therefore, he never ran AMBROOK Lane. And those are the cold, hard facts. Based on the information also, it is said that after Tolo lost his life at that gas station in Gutters, there was celebration in AMBROOK Lane. However, that celebration was short-lived because it is said that the people from PAYNE, in which Tolo had left and was living there, came back and blazed up some can in AMBROOK Lane. At the end of the day, we can expect that there's going to be all sorts of war between PAYNE and also AMBROOK Lane. So my advice to the JCF and people in the vicinity of PAYNE and AMBROOK Lane, make sure that you make the necessary precaution. Most importantly, the people from those places. If you know, say, involved in anything, I would suggest that you take care of yourself until the place gets safe. Because I heard that Dodo that left, living overseas, run across the border. He is hustling. He is making back that money. And his plan is to send all sorts of tools, all sorts of weaponry to AMBROOK Lane. What is even worse, it is said that one of the top don, whose name is Marlon Brando, he just got released out of the big yard after taking away a next don from AMBROOK Lane. His name is Gangster. So people may just say, expect the worstest of the worst. Expect all HELL for broke loose. We are speaking about BLOODY, Ratakan, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called the definition of insanity is at the Popo station in Jamaica. Where we see a whole heap of inmate, it seems as if them have some sorts of spare key. And there's also been a whole bunch of incidents in which persons are busted trying to smuggle all sorts of contraband into the people and premises. I am speaking about an incident that occurred a couple of days ago on the grounds of the Denhamtown Popo station, where it is said that maybe about 9 p.m. or so, the Popo on duty just happened to see a young lady, a Santa, upon the premises. When them say, "Hoy there," and call the girl, they noticed that she had some sorts of brown paper bag. They were wondering if she's coming from the store. On the premises, there's none. When them call and ask her, "So tell me something, what make you do over here?" She was like, she started to stutter. She started to get all sorts of Brother Nancy Tukuman story. So they decided to listen. We are going to do some more intense search. When them take the bag from her, grab it out of her hand, that is, and search, they found 10 packets of weed totaling about 2 ounces. 10 packets of chaser known as tobacco. Also some rolling paper, them call it Rizzler. And of course, you need some sorts of thing to turn up the fire, meaning lighter. Now people, obviously you know that she was arrested, the mother was summoned, the mother was called, and this little girl was officially charged. Now people, when we hear stuff like this, and we see this happening over and over, and you hear the Popo, the Iraqi or the Popo come out and say they are going to implement stringent measures, they are going to make sure so the border them safe and secure. However, people will say it is just a 9-day. Well, make it a 9-second talk. Because as soon as them done talk, them forget about everything. So the question I have to ask is this. Aren't these Popo on their tippy toes just in case something pop off? Because if a little 15-year-old, no badness, come on them compound at the back gate, through the back gates, and was able to just saunter around the premises, what if somebody serious with some sorts of KILLING intention decide that they are going to go on these premises? More than likely they are going to catch them surprise, catch them slipping, because obviously there is no sorts of security camera, and even if there was any sorts of security camera, it seems as if persons are caught up, persons are distracted. So the question I have to ask is this: is this little girl hustling for the family, or is she some sort of girlfriend for one of those prisoners? Is the person that she is supposed to take that to her man or some sort of family member that gave her this bright idea? Them police are no sense, man. Just get the weed, get the Rizzler, get the tobacco and get the lighter and just bring it, come, knock on the window by the cell, and we will just take it from you easy like 1, 2, 3. However, people, it seems as if the Popo fling some sorts of monkey wrench in the program. The program was an epic failure, foiled by the Popo, luckily. Next time it might not end up too good for the Popo. Me just say, take sleep and mark DEATH, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, should you decide to argue with a madman, or even worse, getting a some sorts of knife fight with a madman at 5 something in the morning, maybe you need to check your head, because if people pass and see this incident happening, they won't know who is mad and who is sane. Such is the case of an incident that took place in a Southborough, that is in Portmore, I am assuming, at about 5 a.m., where it is said that a 53-year-old Mason, his name is Jason Thomas, alias Rasta, He was in some sorts of altercation with a man that is said to be of unsound mind. After the smoke clear or the jokings clear, both of them were rushed to the hospital. Both of them succumbed to their own injury. Now, people, let me ask you a question. How idle can you be? What are the circumstances that would lead you to be arguing, was even fighting with a madman at 5:30 in the morning, crack of dawning? How miserable can you be that early in the morning when you just wake up, your brain not even thought yet? But people, what this speaks is the volume of anger in Jamaica. People are just on edge. People will say something, sometimes you have to turn your eye, sometimes you have to ignore stuff. You cannot be penny wise and give away your life foolish. And it seems as if that was the case as it pertained to Mr. Thompson that lost his life in a some sorts of jokings, joke after with some sorts of madman. Talk about the definition of insanity. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.